darkest Peru, a vast, unexplored wilderness shrouded in mystery. Until now. For I have been charged by my fellow geographers to leave the comforts of home and family and set off upon a voyage of discovery. I travel light, carrying only the absolute essentials. Maps, rations, modest timepiece, and travel piano. And finally, deep in the undergrowth, I spot something extraordinary. An undiscovered species of bear. Time to collect a specimen for the museum. I thought my time was up. My ticket was punched. But the bear saved my life. He guided me through the jungle to show me his world. And in return, I introduced him to ours. That's a telescope. That's my grandfather's telescope. No, be very careful with that. That's soap. You wouldn't eat that. Here we are. Why don't you try this? This is marmalade. Spread it on toast, put it in sandwiches, or you can drink it. Jolly good. This is London. That's where I'm from. London. Good Lord. Now try Stratford upon Avon. Over time, I become friends with the bears and even name them. The female after my dear departed mother, and the male after an exotic boxer I once met in a bar. But the time eventually comes to return to my wife and daughter and share my findings with the world. Goodbye, Lucy. Goodbye, Pastuzo. And if you ever make it to London, you can be sure of a very warm welcome. I have learned so much from these bears, but I wonder what, if anything, they have learned from me.
They're ripe! They're finally ripe! Aunt Lucy! Uncle Pastuzo! You're never going to guess... Good morning, Aunt Lucy.
Oh, good morning, my little hurricane.
Why do you have to come crashing in here like a natural disaster?
But Uncle Pastuzo, they're ripe!
Whoa! It's Marmalade Day!
Marmalade Day! Oh, rather suits me.
Hey!
Marmalade Day!
Oh, do calm down, you two. There's no need to rush.
Now be careful up there. And keep your paws off my hat.
I will.
Marmalade. Just one sandwich contains all the vitamins and minerals a bear needs for a whole day.
Amazing.
And your Aunt Lucy's recipe is even better than the explorers.
We must remember to take him a jar when we go to London.
London?
Oh, I wouldn't worry. We've been talking about that trip for 40 years.
One day, Pastuzo.
But why would you want to go anywhere when we live in the best place in the world?
Huh?
Goodness.
I thought I told you to be careful. Give me back my hat.
Yes, Uncle, but...
No buts. It's about time I got a bit of respect around here. Embarrassing. But tasty.
Uncle Pastuzo! Pastuzo! Uncle Pastuzo! Aunt Lucy.
Stay out of sight until London.
But aren't you coming?
I am too old and too tired to go any further.
Well, then what will you do?
Oh, don't you worry about me. I will be safe in the home for retired bears. But it is not yet time for you to retire. You must find a new home in London.
But I don't know anyone there. What if they don't even like bears?
You know, there was once a war in the explorers' country. Thousands of children were sent away for safety, left at railway stations with labels around their necks, and unknown families took them in and loved them like their own. They will not have forgotten how to treat a stranger. Now take care, my darling. Remember your manners. And keep safe.
Our last rainy season.
Just think, Pastuzo. This time next month we'll be in London.
Where the rivers run with marmalade and the streets are paved with bread.
Did you read the book about London?
I skimmed it.
Oh, Pastuzo.
Well, reading makes me sleepy. But any city that can come up with this is all right by me.
Oh, Pastuzo, look!
It's a cub. Lucy!
Lower me down.
Be careful!
Lower, Pastuzo, lower!
Lucy! Lucy!
I'm afraid we're not going to London after all.
Why not?
We've got a cub to raise.
What's he like?
Rather small. And rather sneezy. But he likes his marmalade.
That's a good sign.
Oh, yes, Pastuzo. If we look after this bear, I have a feeling he'll go far.
Aunt Lucy. Aunt Lucy!
Paddington! What are you doing here? I thought you'd be at home.
I'm afraid I don't have one anymore. You see, I'm in prison. And even the Browns have forgotten me.
Paddington!
Where am I?
Take it easy now. You gave us a wee scare. But you're home now.
Home?
That's right. Look.
The police realized they made a terrible mistake.
Phoenix Buchanan has been arrested. And, I might add, is no longer a member of our Platinum Club.
Then,
You're a free bear.
how long have I been asleep?
3 days.
3 days? But that means...
It's Aunt Lucy's birthday.
And I never sent her anything.
It's all right, Paddington.
But it isn't all right, Mrs. Brown. You see, Aunt Lucy did so much for me when I was a cub. Without her, I'd never have come to London. And I suppose all I ever really wanted was to make her proud. But now she's going to wake up on her birthday with no present and think I've let her down completely.
Oh, you great goose. She won't think that at all.
Won't she?
Come with us.
Here he is!
What are you all doing here?
We wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
For everything you've done for us.
If it wasn't for you, we'd never have met. You helped me pass my exam.
I would be permanently locked out of my house.
I'd say you've rather a lot to be proud of.
And when we heard that the police wanted the popping book for evidence, we thought we'd find Aunt Lucy another present.
So we all clubbed together.
I pulled in a few favors from my old Air Force chums.
And we think she's going to love it.
But what is it?
You wanted to get that book so Aunt Lucy could see London, didn't you?
It was always her dream.
Well, we thought, why look at London in a book when she could see the real thing? Why don't you go and answer that?
Happy birthday, Aunt Lucy.